Hello YouTube, my name is Chris. This is my first video vlog, so welcome. Some of you may know me by the name of Agga City Gang. Once I was walking down the street with my girlfriend, we were both dressed in ACG, and this guy came up to us and asked us if we were in the Agga City Gang, Agga being the nickname for The Hague, the city we live in. But we thought that was kind of funny, so we decided that would be the name of our Instagram account, to post pictures of us in streetwear, techwear. So as the title of this video suggests, I will be doing a review on this jacket later on. But first I would like to talk a little bit about how I got into techwear, or technical streetwear, or technical apparel, however you want to call it or not call it. I've had quite a few different looks, styles throughout the years, but about 2 years ago I came across some pictures of Arlson and Acronym and other techwear brands or things on Instagram. And that just immediately resonated with me, being a big sci-fi film lover and producer myself. So I think within a year, maybe half a year, my entire wardrobe changed. But I started off with ACG. When I got into it, I think it was 2018, the last year of Arlson at Nike Lab ACG. I might say that it kind of changed my life. I had a very different way of looking at the weather now. I used to maybe decide to not go outside because of the weather looking bad, but then I learned there isn't actually anything like bad weather, so there's just bad clothing, right? Well, 2 years later now, I've gathered quite a few pieces. I might even say it's become a bit of an obsession. So I decided I wanted to make a video about this. I'll show you guys what's in my closet. Starting off with Shadow Project, mainly because not only am I a really big fan of the brand, but when I started out, I myself searched a lot for videos about Shadow Project pieces and actually couldn't find a lot. I mean, there's not many reviews on YouTube about Shadow Project, except for maybe a few things by Antoine, who most of you probably know. Maybe the Oxen Trend, but that's more like a UK streetwear based. So I thought I'd make some videos about the Shadow Project pieces I have myself. Most of them I haven't seen around much, even on Instagram or other fit pics. I guess they're quite rare, not popular for some reason. For those of you who don't know, Shadow Project is a side project of Acronym designer Arlson Yu for Stone Island. It's also sometimes written like Shadow with C. So Shadow Project has menswear that emphasizes on technical fabrics, utility, and started out very focused on modularity.
PARSEC is an acronym for Proof, Augment, Resist, Skin, and Equip, with each category fulfilling a different function, and all of them working alone or to best effect in combination with each other.
I don't think that's still really a thing, because all the pieces I bought are from the past 3 years and they don't really have any modular characteristics. The piece I would like to talk about first is this Fall Winter 1920 down bomber. It's a MA1 type flight jacket that was originally developed by the US military in the 1950s and used to be made out of nylon, and this version is made out of DPM Chine. Don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but that's a wool and polyester blend fabric developed by Stone Island, which is used in quite a few of their jackets. The fabric feels very sturdy and abrasion resistant. I don't feel afraid to rub it against anything. It really feels like it won't scratch or rip very easily. It's also very tightly woven, so I guess that will keep water from seeping through. It's also treated with a DWR coating by Stone Island themselves called a anti-drop formula. It works quite well, I can say. I've been in the rain quite a few times with it now, and usually water just beads off of it. If I'm in the rain really long, it gets a bit wet, but it dries really fast after that. If I just hang it up, it will just dry in maybe an hour. There are 2 places on the outside of the jacket that have a different fabric. Moleskin, they're on the shoulder and on the chest piece. That really gets wet very much and doesn't dry too fast. So that's maybe a bit of an odd decision to have a fabric like that on the outside, but it's not really a problem. The inside of the jacket is really, really soft. It's crazy soft. I've never had a jacket that's so soft on the inside. It almost feels like silk on the inside. It's great. It's filled with down. Obviously, it's a down jacket, which is very insulating, super warm. But the nice thing about this specific down jacket is that it also doesn't get too warm. I mean, I can wear this at 0 degrees Celsius, but I can also wear it at like 15, and I will still not be too hot. It's actually very breathable. The fact that it is a down jacket, though, means that it loses quite a lot of feathers on the inside after wearing it. So when I wear a black sweater, which I do a lot, obviously, I just get covered in feathers. If I take this to the office, and I always have a roller with me, because when I take this off with a black sweater, I will just look like I was attacked by birds or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of a downside to that. See what I did there? It has articulated sleeves, which is really nice. Elastic on the cuffs and on this side is really sturdy too. Doesn't feel like it will get loose very fast. I've had like traditional bombers too, back in my skinhead mod days, so I've worn this type of jacket a lot. I mean, I had cheap ones from Army Surplus, but it was always a thing that the cuffs would at some point just be like loose and would look stupid. But this feels really very nice and high quality. Something you would want to expect from something at this price, but still, you know? Then let's talk pockets. We all love pockets, right? We're techwear enthusiasts. So pockets are placed in a very traditional way, the same places you would find them on more traditional MA1 type jackets. So we got the pockets on the outside for the hands, keeps them warm, nice and soft on the inside. We've got inside pockets, 2 of them left and right. Also nice, accessible, quite some room to keep, you know, keys, your wallet and whatnot. And then we have the pocket on the shoulder. What I really like about these pockets is that they are all zippered with YKK zippers. A traditional bomber would have button closings on the outer and inner pockets, and I just always lose my stuff. You know, if I put things in there and there's only this button and there's this opening, it will fall out. I've lost a lot of bank cards and I don't know what keys and shit when I put them in pockets that don't really close, so I love pockets with zippers. So then, apart from the zipper, you have these 2 button closings. This I really like because it gives you the opportunity to semi-close the jacket, which has kind of a neat look to it, even though it's kind of open too. So it lets air out, so it's just a little bit more breathable than when you would close it entirely with a zipper. Also for styling purposes, I think the closed at the top and opened at the bottom look is really nice. It's also something that is very typical for shadow project pieces and acronym jackets, obviously. So as I said, there are 5 pockets on here, which is fine, and I love where they are. But I actually was kind of disappointed in one thing, and that was that this thing right here is actually nothing. It's just a patch. In a lot of Stone Island shadow project pieces, there's this thing called the drop pocket, which is usually situated around this area. For instance, the bomber from the year previous to this one had a drop pocket right here, which looked exactly like this, which is just kind of like a hole in which you can slip something and then it drops into like a bigger pocket, which can also be accessed through other areas. Actually, my drop pocket crew neck has obviously a drop pocket, that's what you call that, which I will review in a different video. But I just really expected it to be there, mainly because it looks like this, and so I was kind of disappointed that it was not there. It's just that this doesn't have any function at all. It's just like a patch stitched to the front of the jacket. Because actually on my sweater I use the pocket all the time. If I'm just wearing the sweater without jacket, when I pay with my bank card, I just slip it in. It's a really convenient kind of pocket, and I really like that, so I really wish they had put it on there. Moving on to the print, which is very in your face. I mean, obviously that's a very important characteristic of this jacket. I think I could say it's the main reason I bought it. I mean, when I saw this, I was just immediately drawn to it. I love the way this kind of number matrix is on the front. It just looks like the Matrix, right? What is actually written on the jacket is Shadow 7119, which is the number of the season this jacket is from. And then the next season, like spring, summer we're in now, and where this piece is from, which, this is also actually written on here, is 7219. Also a piece I will review in a later video. This started out now 12 years ago in 2008 with 4919, but I don't really know what that means. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below. Please tell me. If I look really close at the numbers and letters they look to be printed on, probably on this area that this will at some point fade, I guess, by rubbing it off. If I look here, this one is starting to rub off a little, which is logical. The color print though looks to be woven. Also, the way colors are kind of like a gradient, or no, it's not really a gradient. The way they flow into each other kind of reminds me of ikat, which is a Indonesian weaving technique, which is kind of nice. Me having Indonesian roots, so that also to me gives the jacket a kind of traditional Asian feel, I guess, which is a nice contrast with the very sci-fi, futuristic looking number matrix. What I also really like is that even though it's very out there, there's numbers all over it, there's different colors, at the same time it's also not it doesn't scream, if you know what I mean. It's not like it's a Volt jacket or something, because the colors are very muted. You got the lavender and you got like the soft red magenta kind of colors, so the combination of it being in your face on the one hand but also being soft, it's more like it's whispering in your ear, I guess, right? Did I make it creepy now? Yeah. Anyway, I just really like it. It's a lovely jacket. Oh, I forgot one feature, which is very typical for Errolson jackets, but also Shadow Project in specific, is a jacket sling. In this jacket, the jacket sling is kind of backpack style. It's a lot more sturdy and thick than, for instance, the ACG slings. And the way it's attached to the back of the jacket makes it cinch the back a bit. And the fact the sling splits just a little lower than the neck makes it sit a little tighter on your shoulders. So, whereas the jacket sling of most ACG jackets is kind of hanging down, like it is in the Alpine jacket or any other ACG jacket. I mean, I like those slings at first because of the concept, you know, like you can take off your jacket and hang it over your shoulder. But then when I bought this jacket and later on bought an acronym jacket, I now realized that the ACG jackets are really very inferior to these designs. And even a step higher than this is the acronym jacket, which has a tightening system, which is actually the reason I'm going to try to copy the acronym sling for my ACG jackets. I will probably do a video on that later on, but I haven't received all the components yet to make it. So, rounding up the story, this is just a really great jacket. I mean, it's quite expensive. Luckily, I got it for quite a good discount in the sale, which is a thing which is nice, is that it's less popular than mainline Stone Island. So if you're really into Shadow Project, there's quite a big chance that you can get the piece you want at the end of the season for maybe 60 or 50% of the price, which is a big deal when you're dealing with prices like this. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. This was my first video, so I don't really know what I'm doing. It's actually quite hard for me to talk into the camera like this. I'm kind of used to be on the other side of the camera, not really in front of it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can leave comments in the comment section, obviously. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. There are still a few other Stone Island pieces I have for you in store. The drop pocket sweater I talked about earlier. I have this short sleeve knit tee that I just ordered from this current season. And I have the tunic slash Mandarin collar. Does it turn like this? And I have the tunic shirt. Okay. and I have the tuning shirt also from this season that I can all review for you guys. And Will, let me know if there's one of these pieces that you are most interested in. Last but not least, I would like to do a few shout outs to people from the community, Slack and Nampa from Reddit and Discord. Really like what you guys are doing, love being there, and to Antoine for making great content in these past few years. It helped me a lot when I was getting into techwear, showed me a lot of things, and that was really nice, so thank you for that. Also the people at the Identify app, Brian, Alkin, DiMazzuro, love what you guys are doing. I think it's going to be a great app. Love using the beta. Can't wait for it to launch for real. So yeah, thank you guys, and hope to see you in the next one. Hope to see you. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Tuned? No, it's tube. Stay tubed. That's stupid.